Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party has also decided to throw its hat in the ring. The Aam Aadmi Party has now decided to contest elections in Jammu and Kashmir. But that's not it. When it comes to Haryana, what we are hearing is that the Aam Aadmi Party is strongly considering that it will go solo. Let's also listen in to what's happening when it comes to the Aam Aadmi Party and its strategy. Aam Aadmi Party also deciding to fight elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Will it make any impact on the ground? Because as of now, we know that the Congress and National Conference have decided that they are going to contest these elections in an alliance. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party's entry into Jammu and Kashmir politics, will it make any impact at all? Yavar?
Well, exactly. There has been the fresh political development that has been witnessed in the Kashmir Valley. Now it's the Aam Aadmi Party who has decided to go solo in the upcoming Union Territory polls. However, the Aam Aadmi Party, they have fought the elections in the previous, when it comes to the Lok Sabha polls, in an alliance. And after that, now they have finally decided to go solo on 40 seats. We are joining by one of the senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Dr. Nawab. Let's have a word with him. So, sir, finally the Aam Aadmi Party has decided to go solo?
Yes, sir, we have decided to go solo. The reason is that, see, we have regional aspirations and regional things are there. See, if you take, say, a majority of India, we have a lot of problem on a national level, which has to fight in MP, like an MP candidate. But if you talk about the Kashmir, Kashmir is going through prevailing circumstances for almost 30 years or so. If we still sell the same 370 and 35, I am sorry about it, sir. It has been sold so many times. I believe that Kashmir's youth now need good education, they need good health services, they need to be having the new resources of, say, employment. We are a big resourceful part of the world. See, our fruit industry is the 14,000 crores, our tourism industry is there. But unfortunately, our youth is still looking forward for the government jobs. See, the new government, the new thought process has to be there, wherein our resource has to be, brought together to generate some occupation for our unemployed youths. You can understand one thing. See, recently we have heard about that a lot of population of ours, say, irrespective of educated or uneducated, they are going to drug addictions. The reason is that unemployment and that suffocation of which is in youth is the basic reason of it. See, if you want to bring any nation up, you have to educate your nation. If you want to bring any nation up, you have to give them good health services, good schools.
How do you see the National Conference and the Congress alliance in the Union Territory? Does it really going to work?
Sir, unfortunately, these alliances are meant to actually facilitate their constituency, their interests of the seats, actually. Unfortunately, the interest should be, the front foot interest should be of the people of the Kashmir and Jammu and Kashmir. But what they do whenever they feel that, okay, some votes will facilitate their seat, they do that. I'll tell you one thing. I have just seen their manifestos. They have, the first thing was 370 and 35. It's not that I don't want it to bring back, but our Constitution Assembly or our CM is not going to have any role in bringing it back.
Sir, you talked about the 370.
If you could even ask the senior Aam Aadmi Party leader whom you're just speaking to, what is the Aam Aadmi Party stand when it comes to Article 370?
Kashmir. It has no rule to do with 370. 370 has to either come from Parliament or it has to come from the court. Assembly has nothing to do.
So you heard the Aam Aadmi Party saying that 370 can't be bring what the hollow promises have been made by the Congress and the National Conference in their respective manifesto, and they are just fooling the people on the context of bringing back the 370, which eventually they have done in the past. That's what the Aam Aadmi Party has to say, because they have to say that a CMUT can't even bring it back. Back to you.
Yeah, but there are two interesting aspects of the political landscape in Jammu and Kashmir as it's now evolving. Number one, the Congress and the NC have come together and they're going to contest in an alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. Then you have the Aam Aadmi Party, which has decided to come and fight elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, but it is going solo. And at the same time, they are also targeting both the Congress and the National Conference, and they're calling it an opportunistic alliance. But it is completely contrary to the dynamics between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, because they are at the national level, they are allies in the INDIA bloc. And now when it comes to Article 370, Congress hasn't made its stand clear on the National Conference's position. And the Aam Aadmi Party too. What is the Aam Aadmi Party's position as of now, especially in Jammu and Kashmir?
Well, exactly. If we talk about the Article 370, eventually there has been the two consequences, two aspects of it. The Aam Aadmi Party has backed the government over the abrogation, and so as the Congress and the National Conference, they have their own stand. Now, if we talk about the National Conference manifesto, the first thing they mentioned there is that to bring back the Article 370, to bring back the special status.
Do stay with us, Yawar, because we also have Lalit Ambardar joining us on the phone line. Mr. Ambardar, interesting politics at play in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Congress and National Conference are going to fight in an alliance. Aam Aadmi Party has, decided to contest elections, but it's going to go solo. But what the Congress has not made clear is that what is its position on the promises made by the National Conference when it comes to Article 370. What's your take as you witness all this unfold?
See, Kashmir has been a laboratory of experimentation, repeated experimentation since 1947 by the Congress. Beginning with the Nehru and Congress, giving Article 370. In fact, Sheikh Mujibur was given a sultanate by virtue of Article 370 on the basis of two-nation theory, which they always talk about, Jinnah two-nation theory of identity politics, Muslim majority politics of Kashmir. And Congress's role has been always dubious.
Okay.
And this even now, I tell you, this competitive and aggressive campaigning is going to be very dangerous. It's very, very toxic, and it's a subversion against the nation, against sovereignty. And Congress, high time, they are asked by you, by the media, to make their stand clear in every other party, in the Aam Aadmi Party, because the Aam Aadmi Party was vocal. They supported the abrogation of Article 370 in the Parliament of India.
Exactly.
But now, since this alliance is out against the Modi government to lodge it anyway, this alliance in Kashmir is hypocritical. It's again basically to against the counter. And also ask Rahul Gandhi if he is able to move around freely in Kashmir. Now, why do you think he should get back Article 370 and bring Kashmir back to 90s era of medieval Kashmir that was happening there in the 32 years. And we saw Kashmir. I also want to raise the question, all of these parties, what is their stand on the genocide of Kashmiri Hindus?
Okay, Mr. Ambardar, now that's a question that many would ask. Number one, competitive politics, as Mr. Ambardar has just pointed out. Number two, if Rahul Gandhi could move around freely in Jammu and Kashmir, why is there an attempt, as many would say, or as critics would say, why is there an attempt by certain quarters in Jammu and Kashmir to take back Jammu and Kashmir to the era of the 90s? And then comes the question on the stand of what happened to Kashmiri Pandits. Let's also listen in to what the Aam Aadmi Party is saying. They've gone ahead and they've made it clear that when it comes to Jammu and Kashmir, the alliance with INDIA bloc has not been sealed yet, and the Aam Aadmi Party has decided to go solo. Let's listen in.
जम्मू में आज आप आए हैं, कहीं ना कहीं एमपी आप लेट नहीं हो गए जम्मू में कहीं इलेक्शन को लोग एमपी में आप कंटेस्ट नहीं कर पाए, कब से आपकी पार्टी यहाँ गठन कर रही काम कर रही?
देखिए, लोकसभा में हम इंडिया अलायंस का हिस्सा थे और इंडिया अलायंस के साथ इलेक्शन लड़ा, तो जहाँ अलायंस हुआ उसके साथ हमने इलेक्शन लड़ा।
अभी गठबंधन नहीं करेंगे आप किसी से?
अभी तो हम लोगों ने गठबंधन नहीं करा है, और यहाँ मुझे लगता है कि कोई गठबंधन हुआ भी नहीं है। अभी तो यहाँ सभी इलेक्शन लड़ रहे हैं।
इमरान जी में सभी पार्टी मौजूद है ना, अभी वहाँ पर बातचीत हो रही है, क्या आम आदमी पार्टी अलायंस नहीं करेगी किसी के साथ?
अभी तक तो फिलहाल नहीं, अगर होगा तो आपको इत्तला दी जाएगी।
इमरान जी, एक सवाल रहेगा, कश्मीर घाटी में भी आपने दौरा किया।
So it's time now for us to take a short commercial break, but we're going to keep a close watch on the politics that's playing out in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Stay with Times Now. We'll be back with the news and updates.